The air hung heavy with incense, filling the sacred space with a sense of mystery and reverence. The fragrant smoke curled and danced, creating an atmosphere that felt both ancient and timeless. Sunlight streamed through the temple courtyard, casting long shadows and illuminating the intricate details of the sacred architecture. The golden rays seemed to bless the space, adding a divine touch to the moment. A young couple, Mary and Joseph, cradled their newborn son, Jesus. Their faces were a mix of awe and devotion as they carried him into the holy place, aware of the significance of their actions. They had come to fulfill the ancient law, to present their firstborn to the Lord. This was a tradition steeped in history, a rite of passage that connected them to generations past. This seemingly ordinary act held profound spiritual significance. It was a moment of deep connection, not just for the family, but for the entire community gathered there. It foreshadowed Jesus' future mission, a mission that would change the course of history. This simple act was a precursor to the monumental events that would unfold in his life. It also offers timeless lessons for us today, lessons of faith, devotion, and the importance of fulfilling our spiritual duties. This feast is about more than a ritual. It's a celebration of life, faith, and the enduring human spirit. It's about purification, recognition, and mission. It's a call to cleanse our hearts and minds, to recognize our purpose, and to commit to our spiritual journey. It's about drawing closer to God, feeling His presence in every moment, and seeking His guidance in our lives. It's about seeing Him in our lives, in the small acts of kindness, in the moments of quiet reflection, and in the love we share with others. And it's about sharing His love with the world. Through our actions, our words, and our lives, we become vessels of His grace, spreading light in a world that often feels dark. The prophet Malachi foretold a messenger who would purify the sons of Levi, preparing them for a deeper connection with the divine. This purification wasn't just physical, it was spiritual, touching the very core of their beings and transforming their hearts. Mary and Joseph, in their obedience to the law, embodied this purification. Their lives were a testament to faith and devotion. They acknowledged that true strength comes from surrendering to His will. They submitted to His plan, trusting in His wisdom and guidance even when the path was unclear. In our own lives, purification begins with humility. It requires us to look inward and recognize our flaws. We must acknowledge our imperfections and seek to grow from them, allowing ourselves to be molded by God's hands. We must turn to God's mercy, embracing His forgiveness and love, which are always available to us. Through prayer, sacraments, and acts of love, we open our hearts to His grace and allow His light to shine through us. We allow God to refine us, shaping us into better versions of ourselves, more aligned with His vision. We become more like Christ, embodying His love, compassion, and humility in our daily lives. Two individuals recognized the true nature of the child Jesus. Simeon, a devout man, had been promised he would see the Messiah. Anna, a prophetess, spent her days in prayer. Both encountered the Holy Family, both recognized Jesus as the Savior. Their stories teach us the importance of spiritual vision. We must look beyond the surface. We must seek God's presence in our lives. Sometimes He reveals Himself in unexpected ways. We must be ready to see Him. The letter to the Hebrews calls Jesus a merciful and faithful high priest who understands our weaknesses and intercedes on our behalf. Jesus, through His sacrifice, became the ultimate mediator between God and humanity, bridging the gap that sin had created. Like Him, we are called to a mission that transcends our personal desires and ambitions. We are called to share His love and mercy with the world, to be His hands and feet in a world that desperately needs healing. This mission starts in our homes, our communities, our workplaces, and extends to every corner of our lives. It's about living our faith authentically, not just in words, but in actions, in every small and big thing we do. It's about showing compassion and kindness, reaching out to those in need, and being a source of comfort and support. It's about being a light in the darkness, offering hope where there is despair, and shining brightly in a world that often feels dim. The Feast of the Presentation of the Lord is a beautiful reminder of God's love and our call to holiness. Let us embrace purification, cultivate eyes of faith, and remember that we are part of a larger story. Let us live out our mission with joy, knowing that every act of love and kindness brings us closer to the divine.